So, what are some things writers can do to build a fan base for their work?
Well, the first thing is what they shouldn't be doing. And I think we've all seen this, and it's become almost an epidemic. You get onto Facebook, you're in a Facebook group, let's say, or you're on Twitter, and there's just post after post after post of people slapping their book covers up there with their Amazon link saying, buy now, as if that's going to work, right? As if anyone has ever bought a book that way, right? And yet people do it because it feels like marketing, because they don't know how to do anything else. So that's the first thing, is stop doing that. You can't sell something to somebody who doesn't know you. I don't care how brilliant you are as a marketer. If they have no idea who you are, you can't just show up and say, buy this, and expect them to buy this. They need to know you. They need to know the product, or in this case, they need to know you. As the author, in many respects, you are the product. So the first thing is really about building a relationship. I call it building a tribe, which I'm not the first to say that, to Seth Godin and many others. But you need to build a tribe. You need to build people who have your back, people who kind of get a sense of who you are and what your work's about and what you're about, and build a real relationship with them. And it's you guys, I'm sure, do a lot of regular marketing type stuff, and so you understand this idea of building an email list and of building a relationship with those people once they get on your list, and letting them see you as experts and as a kindred spirits. And authors need to be thinking exactly the same way. You can't just show up and throw a book at somebody. Mm-hmm. You have to say, hey guys, here's who I am, here's what interests me, I know that this interests you, so let's get together about this. And it's not so much about me, the author, it's about my common interests with my potential readers. So an example I use would be, okay, so let's say that I write books about vintage baseball in the 19th century, and that's where my books are set. I'm not going to go out and just go into baseball groups, let's say, and start posting pictures of my books and say, hey, I write these books, here's where you can buy them. Instead, I'm going to participate in those groups, find other people who are fascinated by baseball in the 19th century, get together with them, talk to them, be one of them, become part of the gang, then start adding value, saying, hey, I've written a chapter, here's a sample chapter from one of my books, or a short story I wrote about baseball in 1895, what do you guys think, do you like it, blah, blah, blah. And now you're becoming one of them. And then you start taking a leadership position by offering more value, by offering more things. Say, hey, I created a video, or check out, I have a Google Hangout where I'm talking to this baseball historian. Why don't you guys come and watch? And suddenly you've got all these people who begin to look to you as a leader in this area. You're building your tribe. And I can tell you this: when you release a book, when you release a new book, if there are two ways of doing it, think about the difference. One, you release the book into a world that doesn't know who you are. Two, you release the book into a fan base, into a tribe, into hundreds of people who already know you and who actually are following as you're writing the book. You can even be giving them updates. Say, hey guys, I just finished the 3rd chapter. It's awesome. And which is more likely to be successful? Which launch will sell more books? It's pretty obvious. And if you think about what I just described, that's not hawking your wares. That wasn't really even selling a book. It was communicating. It was advocating. It was building a relationship with people who will not just have your back for this book, but will have your back for every book you put out in the future, because they'll be there, and then you're going to continue growing this tribe. So I think that's really the key, is think in terms of finding people that you have some common interest with, and that your book will have will share a common interest with, and begin cultivating them as a tribe and begin building a fan base.